Welcome back YouTube to UK. It's a pickups video. More stuff. More stuff and no room for stuff. Rocking the old game zone. For James the Jock, down in Scotland. He'd probably been up there about a month by the time you watch this, but glad it went well, mate, and glad you settled in. Not masses to show, but a lot of old paper. So if old porno mags ain't your thing, then maybe switch off. There's a few other little bits, and obviously we'll have a fucking dig in Kev's box. We'll put his hands in Kev's box, but yeah. Again, I'm kind of recording this after just putting up the last vid, which is probably about a month ago. Be about a month old. And just in case people think I'm ignoring them or I'm not replying, I don't know if you people have noticed this anyway, but I'm going to mention it here. YouTube is 100% censoring and not publishing comments. Doesn't even go to me for like inappropriate content. They just don't publish it. You see it like a little notification, but when you go into your comment section or you go to the video, it's not there. There was one on the last, again the last vid, but it might be the last vid that you see, but some guy was talking about the Japanese Mega Drive game and he used the term Jap, which I don't like anyway. I always think it's derogatory, but it just doesn't show the comment. It shows it in the little notifications. I can see part of it, but then you can't reply to it. So I'm not ignoring it, I've not blocked it, I've not deleted it. YouTube just doesn't even allow you to see it. And I don't know what the algorithm for it is for. Initially, there'd been a few instances where I'd replied to people and they'd replied to me and stuff, and it didn't show them. And we just thought it was just a glitch, kind of like, you know, just because it's, I mean, they've ruined YouTube, Google anyway. But I'm not sure. I mean, this is going back year, 2 years maybe. So it's been going on for quite a while, but I've definitely noticed it more and more recently. So yeah, if you want your comment to be seen, no swears or anything like that. But it's very arbitrary the way they do it. I don't really understand the logic behind it. But yeah, Jap is definitely a no-no. And I'm sure any of us swear words would probably be a no-no. Which is a shame, because it's meant to be, you know, freedom of speech and all that, but clearly not. It gets censored. They don't like what you're saying. How about that? How's about that then? What date is it? It's the 27th of March. I'll show you. Saturday. Looks up to 2 o'clock. So we here in the UK, maybe by the time this goes up, we might be free. I'm not convinced of that, to be honest. I think this is going to go on for another couple of years, but I'll gladly be proven wrong. And yeah, it's becoming a bit of a shit show in it, let's be honest. It's not really living. You know, people might sort of say, you're still alive though, aren't you? But yeah, it's not really living. Right, so like I say, I've got a load. Say a load? Well, I have got a load of magazines to show. I'm always a bit dubious about the old magazines, because I know it's not for everybody. So I'll just skim over them. I'm not going to go into any great detail on these. There is a little bit of a story. Hang on, let me get this right. So I've got, I won an auction for a little pile of Games X. So with my old Pano mags, the old it's mainly Games X and computer video. I mean, computer video games is the fucking Bible, right? There's no doubt about it. But I did have Games X. I had a load of other little odds and sod magazines as well. And obviously my mate John, he was a Amiga owner long before me, and he used to have Amiga Action. And bizarrely now, because I'm on a Facebook group that like is about old retro magazines, and it's not very well received. A lot of people don't like Amiga Action. I think it's because it was like more eye candy and like less serious, I suppose is probably the better word. But Yeah, a lot of people. God, I've got an itchy eye. A lot of people like Zero and Ace, Amiga format, stuff like that. And I'm sure John had the one as well. It's just such a fucking time to be alive back then. 80s and 90s, fucking awesome. Anyway, so I won a bundle off of eBay, and truth be told, I can't remember which ones I needed out of this, so I haven't sorted them out. I've definitely took out the ones that I know that I've got. So some of these may be duplicates. There seems to be a lot more than I remember that I needed. But let's crack on, because we'll be here all fucking day as per usual. I'm trying to get these. Yeah, I'm sure one or two of these I've already got. King of Fighters Evolution. This one, I think, I'm sure this one I needed. So these are all games extras. This is issue 16. Rolling Ronnie. I remember that on the Amiga. Good little platformer that was. We got the cartoon classics on the back. And not even thumbed through these. You got PC Kid, Armour Light, Blade Warrior, Dynamite Duke. Let's have a quick thumb in case anything jumps out. So I'm not going to spend long on these. Yeah, see, Rolling Ronnie got quite a good write-up there. So that's 6. I'm sure I needed 16. This one is definitely a duplicate, but it's still got the little thing on the front. That's issue 22. The mighty Lotus Turbo Challenge 2. But yeah, that's definitely a duplicate, but in better condition. Yeah, some of these may be upgrades. I can't remember. I'm sure there's more in here than actually needed. 23. Oh god, flight simulators. I mean, who in the God's name? Someone must have been buying them fuckers back in the day. Terminator 2. Judgment Day. Anything interested in this? Another fucking flight sim. Death or Glory. That must have been Dad's, isn't it? It's got to have been Dad's. Mega Twins there. Newport. Yeah, Street Talking Newport. I'll butchers at some of them weirdos. There will be a point where I'll thumb through these properly. He says. Shadow the Beast. Rolling. There you go. Anyway, you get the idea. So that's 23. We've got 27, which has got Populous 2 on the front, and Leander. So Leander is on the Mega Drive called something else, and I can't remember. God, it escapes me. They renamed it. Tell you what, that's a weird one. There's Fatal Rewind there. So that's called the Killing Game Show on the Amiga. I'm sure Betted was playing that, and who else picked that up? God, someone's video I was watching. Pure Firepower, Phaser. Oh, what the hell is that? The Trojan Light Phaser. What the? The Enforcer. Screenshots from Amiga software. What the hell? Mouse or Phaser out now for ST and Amiga, 10 quid. Trojan products. Oh, there you go. I did not know that. I didn't know there was a light phaser for the Amiga. Answers on a postcard. Yeah. Yeah, Leander. What's it called? The little bloody dude. Fucking hell. It'll come to me. So that was issue 27. 34. So the games actually, it's the latter ones that I'm kind of mainly missing. So this one's not in the best condition, but it'll do. It'll do as a stopgap. Issue 34, Legend of Darkmoon. Don't remember that one. Wolf Child, Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah, a little bit smirched, and we've got old WrestleMania on the back there. God, it was so. When this was announced, it was like. Just so wanted it to be WrestleFest. He wasn't. He was like, you bastards. Yeah, this is a stopgap. But old Leisure Suit Larry. God, I remember playing them on the Amiga. Marcus from Dan and Lads Gaming with Tommy always gets me when they talk about point and click game. It's a sign of the times. It's just what it was. I love is that chance to explore, you know, live in different worlds and stuff, escape, and like I say, do the puzzles and whatnot. Oh, The Legend of Dark Moon is Eye of the Beholder 2. Yeah, this is not in a good state, that one. And lastly is 35. Again, I don't think I've got this one. Christmas edition. Fairly a bit chunkier. Issue 35 to say that. Older. Talk about point and clicks. Monkey event. Talking about point and clicks. Monkey Adventure. Monkey Island 2. Point and click adventure. LeChuck's Revenge. I don't know what that is. It's some advert for Virgin Megastore. Elvira, if you like. Explored Alcatraz. God, Elvira. Sushi. Oh, here we go. Moonstone. What a game. What a game on the Amiga. I think that's an Amiga only one, wasn't it? Blood and guts and gore. Highly desirable. Not cheap. I know old Silly Steve's got a couple of copies of them. But yeah, December 91 to the 1st of Jan 92. This didn't run for much longer, I don't think. Elvira, the arcade game, that was a platformer. There was a point and click adventure of that, which was quite decent. So yeah, a little bundle of games X. I have got one more, which is part of another kind of like pickup, so I'll try and keep them separate so it makes sense. But I wouldn't them, you know, they're not massively expensive, they're not fucking peanuts cheap either. They come up infrequently. And usually, it's like anything, you get better deals in bundles, you know that. Fucking preaching to the converted now. I'm just trying to think. There's not a great deal happening. Like I say, we're supposed to be opening back up next month, April, I think it is, isn't it? We'll see. But yeah, it's kind of like maybe the car boots will be back on. They're penciled in for the 18th. Let's see what we make Rob Fobbs doing. You know, but we'll see. It's I'm not holding my breath. Let's show you one game. I won this on an auction. I'd missed out. Someone was selling one. I think it might have been Chris. We'll press start gaming. But that's what the seller was, and I'm assuming it's him. But everyone calls himself press. Even Rob calls himself press start game. I'm sure he does. So I couldn't be sure, but somebody had already bought it. Because I was sort of running around, I thought, well, should I message him and see if it is, and like, you know, message him on Facebook and just do a deal outside of eBay and stuff like that. But it had already gone. And this is a weird, it's NES. It's a weird one because before I sort of managed to get hold of the list, I didn't realise there was this many bloody games on it of this IP. So I'm still missing one, which, you know, it ain't cheap. This, now prior to this auction, and then obviously that one that I saw, I didn't think this was that cheap. But I think it's just it is a waiting game. You've got to be a little patient. So I ended up winning this for something stupid like 27 quid. And there's ones that have sold for 70, 80. People asking, they always ask staff money. I think Chris is sold for 40 something maybe. But anyway, long story short, it's Donkey Kong, and that's what it's called. It's just called Donkey Kong. So where this gets really confusing on the NES, there's like, must be about fucking 6 Donkey Kong games. And you've got Donkey Kong Classics, but this is called Arcade Classic Series. So, I mean, you can probably have a punt on CEX. It is listed there, but it's just, I think you'll end up with the fucking Classics version, you know, the orange one. But this is obviously just the legit single arcade version of it, and it's in great condition. I think the guy who sold this was kicking himself, because I did look at his other stuff. And he was, yeah, obviously he sells stuff. I put some footage up here. Well, you know it's Donkey Kong anyway. It's not going to be anything different. And I think he put this on auction thinking it's going to go, you know, it's going to do well. And it kind of like didn't. But and I half expected it not to arrive. But it comes through for quick time as well. But that is, the label's in fantastic condition. Really is. It doesn't say date. No. But it's a black box. Talking of talking about black boxes. No, Fob, not that kind of black box. And not the fucking dance group either. I do like it. I do like black box. Right on time. Yeah, I think I mentioned a couple of vids back, you know, a few people I know, I kind of always liked the thought of having the black box set, but man, trust me, I've been hunting some of these NES titles down, and fucking hard enough getting loose copies, and they ain't cheap. Fuck getting a box one and completed stuff. Man, you're talking serious money. Nah, ain't for me. Madness. But, you know, patience, timing. He finished at an odd time as well. It was like 20 past 11 in the afternoon, which probably didn't help the cause. But say it's in my collection now at a fraction of the price. We're not sort of saying that's its value. Might be its value. That's might be what people are willing to pay for it. Clearly, that's what I was willing to pay for it. Anyway. Right, back to some magazines. So, I mentioned the Facebook group. I'll put a link down below to the fact, you know, some people might be interested, some people probably ain't come here to look at old fucking paper. But it's, you know, it's a group that just buys, sells, talks about old video game magazines, retro video game magazines, across all of them, you know, all formats. There must be people going there, they sell stuff, etc. So there's a chap on there, and I forgot his name. I think he's pretty good with names. Oh dear. Is it Phil? Phil Summit? Phil McCracken? No, it's not Phil McCracken. But he had some CVGs. Like, he had them, because I've fucking got the bastards now, so he ain't got them. And we were chatting backwards and forwards, and he's obviously one of these people that once you start chatting to him, he fucking don't leave you alone, which is, I don't mind, but you know, obviously I'm still working as well, so you kind of feel a bit obliged, but at the same time you're kind of thinking, mate, just ease up a bit here. But he'd done me a fucking absolute bouting deal on a load of CVGs, which I'll show you after these. And then he was, like I say, it was just backwards and forwards. He was, I don't know, he said that these were his. He's got a load of Amiga stuff as well, Amiga games, magazines. And he's trying to sell me all these magazines. And like I just said to him, I said, no, look, it's just CVGs, it's Games X's, and that's about it, you know. And then he was sending me pictures of like Amiga format and whatnot. And yeah, like I said, yeah, I remember them. I remember reading some of them. Some of them I don't recall because John didn't subscribe. We just went up to town WH, like all of us did on a Saturday. You know, and I usually just bought CVG Mean Machines, and that was it. You'd be looking at the cover discs and see what demos and what games are on there, the shareware, the public domain deck games and stuff. And so I was obviously obliging him and talking back to him. It was just like, I'm not interested. But then he obviously did sort of say, when I mentioned about the Games X, he goes, "Oh, I might have some of them." And it turned out he had one. No, he had 3, but only needed 1. And I'd already bought the CDGs off of him. And I said, "Let me know how much you want for the Games X." And then he found one other magazine and he showed that. Now this wasn't my favourite TV show. And I wasn't even aware that they did a magazine for it. And on doing some investigative journalism, i.e. Google, it comes to fruition. They only have 2 issues. So it's an easy one. Well, I say it's an easy one to complete. It fucking ain't, because they don't come up very often. Clearly it didn't do very well. Right. It's definitely Phil Summit. But Phil very kindly sent me the Games X and this other magazine out before I even paid him. And obviously with the CVGs, they weren't exactly cheap. So I paid him like goods. But when these ones turned up, because he'd already sent me them, so a friend and family, so he saved him some money. Yeah, you've got to build that trust up, you know what I mean? So the Games X that he had, that I needed, was issue 20. I don't think that's in there. Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe. That's a LucasArts game, isn't it? Crucial Corps, great game. Megalomania. Never really got into Megalomania. That's a sensible software one, isn't it? Basically, like Popular Scottism. Old Arnie on the back. Just say free multi-mega pull-out guide on Toki and Alf. That's not in here, is it? It's usually in the middle. I don't think it is. Nah. No. Just see if there's anything that's interesting. Yeah, because this probably says maybe it's its heyday. Here we go. We know someone who's in Canvey Island. Canvey Software. See if a certain individual knows where that is. He ain't on there though. He clearly he weren't popular. Actually, I don't think he comes from there. I think he just lives there. I'm not going to say who it is because obviously it's not for fucking, what do you call it, doxing. Armalite. But anyway, yeah, so that's issue 20. Like I said, it just goes with the other ones. Slowly get in there with the Games X's. Now this is the one. Oh, God, season up here. So this is the weird magazine. And when he showed it, I was just kind of like, nah, because he was just like fucking showing me loads of Amiga stuff and whatnot. I was like, no, not interested. The old PC mags as well. I'm sure he had PC mags. I was like, nah. But then he showed this one. He goes, oh, you might like this. Because obviously it suddenly dawned on him that it's more the console stuff, not the 8-bit micros. And this is in great. I mean, it's missing the finger from the front, but that's by the by. And I had a quick look, and I've said to him, like, what do you want for the Games X, and what do you want for this one? And he just sent them through, and he just sort of said, look, just give us a tenner. And it is probably a good deal. You know, Games X maybe £5, £4, £3, depends if you buy them singular, probably close to a £5 or whatever. And this one, it is quite a chunky one, and there are only 2 issues, and it's Bad Influence. And apparently it's a terrible magazine, but it's got to be terrible because it only lasted 2 issues. But it's a fucking old weighty, for your £3. It is issue 1. I said there's only 2 issues, so. But you don't see, there's not many of these knocking about. I think at the time of recording this, there was 1, and it was in a bundle, and it was bids, and it's £30. I don't think anyone interested in it. It's probably no one's interested in it, full stop. F1 exhaust heat, I wouldn't mind that. I remember that as a as a launch game. But yeah, I've not even really flicked through this. Yeah, look. I mean, it looks like fucking what people do doing the videos. Bad box art. I mean, look at this for the font for Zelda though. Look, it's not very. What the hell is that at the corner? Door, back door. Oh Jesus! Guide to Zelda. Oh, look at that. It's worse than clip art. I say I haven't read any. I don't know what it's written like. I wasn't really a fan of the TV show. I thought it wasn't. It was too. What's the word I'm looking for? Too populist. I think that's the word. That used to annoy me. Andy Crane. I don't know. I like people that are proper gamers rather than people that were just brought in because I mean Andy Crane I think did like games. Violet Berlin was definitely more the gamer. But I don't like it when they bring people in just because that person's popular, but they don't really know anything about games. If that makes sense. Which I always like Game Master. Yeah, they've got people like Dave Perry, like what's his name from CVG Mean Machines, Jazza Rignall, Tom, can't remember what his fucking name is. People like that, you know, they talk. You know what they know what they're talking about. So if anybody has got issue 2, I'd still like to have it. But you don't see many of them about at all. But yeah, I'm sure his name's fucking Phil. Because when I sort of picked that up and I thought, oh, what have I started here? You know, it's going to be about fucking 42 fucking magazines. And when I realised it was only 2, I was like, yeah, I'll have it. I'll have it for a couple of quid. Right. Other gun magazines. Bit of an impulse buy these were. I think definitely a good deal. On reflection. I did kind of think, shit balls, man. When I sort of bought them, because I was trying to just not fucking spunk all my fucking money away. The kids are back at school now. That's fucking bus fares and God knows what else. All adds up, man. But there was a guy on Retro Realm. God, what's his fucking name? Chris. Not Chris. Carl. Oh, I can't think. Fucking explosion. Like holster that was. Shaking my cans about. Anyway, whatever the guy's name was, he put a post up there, and he'd listed. Did he have pictures? Because he sort of said, "Oh, before I put these on eBay, is anybody interested?" And there was it was a different bundles of stuff. You know, he had Mega Drive, he had Master System. It wasn't just Sega. It was other stuff like original Xbox. You know, right mixed bag. Obviously, probably just selling his collection off. And there's one thing that piqued my interest, so I replied back, how much for X item? And he didn't get back to anybody for like, it felt like a week. Probably wasn't a week, probably a couple of days. And then when he came back with a price for this, because obviously I don't like go and check it, because if he comes back with a price and sort of says, oh, it's 200 quid, there's no point going really, you ain't going to buy it for 200 quid. But the price he come back with made me think, is that all the worth really? And when I checked what they're selling for, I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Now I could be wrong here. It's not really something I dabble in too much, I must admit. And then what happened, I was watching Alan, I forgot his fucking YouTube name, link will be down below. Oh God, he's changed his name, I can't think what it's called. anyway, he's come back on the tubes, Irish lad, and he was showing off. Was he showing off? He was reviewing, or he was going over a certain box system that he had when he was younger, and it's not one that I'd had ever seen. I mean, I don't usually go for box variants anyway. You know that I'm not that. You know, I'm more about the games, less about the consoles. I know there's a lot of people that love console variants, different box art, and all that kind of shit. But this guy, Chris, Carl, whatever his name is, had this exact box variant that Alan had, and I can't think what his fucking name is on the YouTube. I put it down here, and I was like, ooh. And I said to him, obviously, when I bought this other item, I said, well, how much? What would you do for? Would you do a certain price on this one? And he said yes. And I think, in hindsight, I think it's a good deal. It's not in the best nick. I mean, you know, you're going to be really hard pushed for what I paid. I think. This is posted as well. You know, like 90 quid for these two items posted. So, all that. It's a bit of Master System on the SEGA. It's a SEGA Master System. Yes, Maarster. Been a long time since we've shown a bit of Master System on this channel. So, the item in question, first up, basically I've just noticed this now because it's quite faded. I think that says that price. For 30 quid, which is what the label says, I bought a remote control system. These are infrared. I don't think they're much cop. And because this box is white, you know, fucking hell, I'll give it a wipe over, a bit of a clean. But you can't start, and the cardboard's quite thin. It is fucking thin cardboard. But yeah, weirdly enough, it's a 3-button. So I'm pretty sure if you plug in a Mega Drive pad on certain games, it sends it sort of interferes, and it sends a character fucking doolally. You can't play with a Mega Drive pad. So I'm not sure how this gets around it. I don't know. I'll very quickly say very quickly. I can't very quickly because I'll fucking ruin it. I'll attempt to show you inside. I don't think he had many pictures of this. But it has got the top poly. But that it's in fucking fantastic. I don't think it's been used. Honestly, I don't think that's been used. Same with the receiver. Now, I've put the lead into a bag because it was doing the leaching. You get this a lot with the micros. Obviously, stuff of this age, stuff of the 80s, the 8-bit, especially on the micros. Anything that's in polys that's got a lead like that, I think the oils start leaching out of it, and it looks like it melts the poly onto the lead, almost like it leaches the glue out of it, out the polystyrene. I don't know why, because obviously it's not like it's on, there's no heat, but that's what happens. So I always now, if I ever get anything like that, I always bag up the lead into a bag just to stop it happening. It had leached a little bit onto one of them. But yeah, like when he said 30 quid, and I was like, is that all they were? And they're not. About, at the time of recording, it weren't. It's probably about 100 quid more. And then that might just be what people are asking. I should probably check sold list. Did I check sold listings? I must have done. It was a good deal. Now, I can't think what Alan's bloody YouTube channel is. Now I can't think. But he showed this off, and this is what he said. This is what he had as a kid. Did he buy it or did he dig it out? And anyway, when this guy was selling stuff, and I sort of said to him, like, so would you take 60 for this? And he ummed and ahed, and obviously I think what he realised, you could box them both up with the postage, and he said, that's fine. So I've got me a Master System 2. So this is the Sonic edition with the extra controller. So it's still got Alex Kidd built in. It's got Sonic, the car, and it's got the 2 manuals. They're all bagged up in the box in there. It's got everything with it. It's got all the destructions, etc. I have bagged up and the instructions. I've bagged them up. It's the console's still got its baggy on it. It's got the 2 controls. It's got the instruction manual. It's got the power supply. It's got the shitty RF. And for those who may not know, you know, I personally think the Mark II's fucking ugly as sin, and it's only RF. There's no AV out. What else was I going to say? Yeah, it's got the 2 controllers. Oh, that was it. So it's got, and it has got the innards as well. Now I've got an okay-ish box, I think, in the garage, but it's got no innards. So if anybody knows, and I know I asked this before about the GameCube, and I'm sure Raz Tendo, Raz, he sent me a link, and there is someone in Germany, I think, that sells the GameCube cardboard, obviously reproduction cardboard. But if anybody, because I think there was the cardboard insert and there's poly ones, either or, I don't mind, but obviously the one that I've got in the garage, I think, I don't know if it's the Alex Kidd, I don't know, but it's missing the fucking protector things on the box anyway. That much I do know. So if anyone's got a smashed up fucking Master System 2 box and they want to shift on the innards, let me know. But I wanted like a nice example of the Master System 2. It's impulse, pure impulse, and you know, if it'd come back with different prices, I probably just would have left them. But I thought, yeah, whatever, I'll take that. Because, like I say, ordinarily I don't really pay too much mind to, especially console variants, box variants, and to be honest, even some of the box peripherals. But I don't know what it was. I was just like, that looks quite cool. I'll take that, you know. And it just adds to just something else just to the Master System collection that's clearly not broken the bank. Yeah. Anyway, right. Some more old paper. So this is the CVGs that I was talking about from Phil. So I'm not going to spend too long on these. I've got these the wrong way around. Balls. Yeah, I have. Right. These are all. No, not all. Right. So he had. Were these in 2 lots? I think these were in 2 lots. Yes, they were. He had 2 lots. So he had some from 86 and some from 87. So I've got obviously some already. Got my old little list, you know, to make sure I don't buy duplicates. So I sort of sent him a message sort of saying, yeah, I'm interested in these ones and these ones, which was, I think, was the bulk. It was the bulk of the 87 and some of the 86. I think 86 now I've got the full year. And this is someone else on that group sort of said this was probably CVG at its best, and I'd probably be inclined to agree. Just the iconic chevron magazines and stuff. Again, these are going backwards now. So this is November 86. The old alien head on it, and essentially I paid, I think, £6 a magazine. That's a fucking bargain. It's a deal, you know. And there's a fair few of them, so you can do the maths. I don't remember this game, which looks pretty decent. Really? Data East. Okay, that's the first one on me. Breakthrough. From Data East. It looks like That looks quite good. Anybody recognise? I don't remember that in the arcades. Ooh. On a specky from US Gold. Looks a cross between Road Blasters, but side on, kind of like Enduro Racer. Anyway, so that's November 86. Again, these are in fantastic condition. I'll put that one up there. Obviously, we're going backwards. This is October 86. I don't know what's that. Is that Alien Syndrome? I don't know what that is on the front. And Infiltrator. God, I remember that on the Spectrum. Couldn't fucking get that plane to fly. Okay, now that was right old ball ache. Oh, look, even got the poster. Fist 2. Fist 1. I don't know what that's. It looks like a Cobra. I don't know. September 86. Rogue Trooper. Fantastic artwork. And old Miami Vice, Crockett and Tubbs on the back. What the hell is that? Project Cyborg? Draw code Mandroid? I have no idea. Not even looked through these. We've got August 86. Oh, this is the Cyborg thing that was on about, so that must be a game. Hunchback on the back. I'll just flick it through just in case anything jumps out. And lastly for 86 we've got May with Biggles. Biggles on the front, Silent Service on the back. Again, another fucking sim thing that I just never really understood. Bit of Knight Rider there. Oh, there you go, look. In the arcades, it's got, not the arcade section, it's got Iron Horse. I don't remember that. You remember Iron Horse? Looks quite interesting. I remember Stagecoach Express. Oh God, Luke Maarster did a video on it on the arcade board. I remember playing that in the arcades. Funny enough, because he did it in the arcade board. Midnight Express. Was that a movie? That's a movie, wasn't it? In Turkey. Anyway, and then we've got a massive bundle from 87. Again, going backwards, I'm not going to spend too long on these. Free giant jigsaw poster. Slain. Oh, look at that artwork. Oh, Renegade on the back. Let's just see if the poster's in there. No. Felt like it was then. What was that I saw? No. Oh, amazing. We go to September 87. Battleships. You know what that was about. And we got Trio Hit Pack. Who's that boy? I don't know. Anchor House. The Anchor. What an anchor. Renegade again in the back there. Hey, look. There's a bit of a piece on the Maarster system. Like I say, this sort of era with the chevrons and the logo Mask. God, can't be a bit of Mask. Probably the best cartoon song. Maybe. Another hit pack trio up the back there. 80s had some of the best fucking cartoons, especially the music as well. Don't care what you say. Whatever you say, you're fucking wrong. My man, the man with the whip and the hat, Indiana Jones, says Free Giant Post. I'm not sure if that's there. Yeah, I've got a real thing for Indiana Jones. Not like that, but it's yeah. Especially Last Crusade. I don't know what it is. It's just something about that movie. Really got me into Indiana Jones. We're going to June '87 now. Barbarian. With an illustration of Maria Whittaker and Wolf. Thumbnail. What a game that was in the arcade. Slap fight. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind that on is it the PC Engine? It's the Japanese Mega Drive. So I think it's a Japanese exclusive. Old slap fight. But I did play this this was in our video shop. I'm sure I told you the story before. I don't know if the cheat still works on the home version, but basically it was in slap fight. If you get hit by the first bullet, when you obviously regenerate, you literally have every fucking add-on, and the ship takes up all of the bottom of the screen. It's like fucking massive. You're like armed to the teeth. Obviously you lose a life. Don't know. Someone probably don't give two fuck anyway. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. We're going to May '87 now. Guild of Thieves. And we've got Metro Cross. Looks fucking terrible. Mario. This is interesting. We've got the poster with Love Melissa. I don't know what that is. It must be a. Again, I can't emphasise enough how good the condition these are. Still got all the little mail away, look. Nearly there now. We're going to March '87. Join the Rat Pack. Cholo. Don't know. And the Mighty Arkanoid on the back. Ah! There it is, Express Raider, look. That I do remember playing. Can you see it? Express Raider, that's the one. Data East, that's the fucking game. In the arcades, played that. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I think that's. This is a great. Last one. Nice bit of artwork on this one. Space Harrier. Oh, this is '87. Yeah, it is '87. Yeah, January '87. And again, another hit pack, Elite hit pack there. There you go, in the arcades, or Outrun, Weck Le Mans. The game that would go on to become Outrun, eh? Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, there you go. Look, that's a lot of old paper we've got through there. Whew. See, not to everyone's liking, but it's my channel, my show, and we do what we want, when we want. What do we want? What do we want? We want to put our hands in Kev's box.
Ding dong.
Kev's balls of fire.
Let's do this. It's getting light now. We've got anything at this end? No, they're all far down the bottom right. Can you see it? Pop that there. Oh! Predator. Put some footage up there. Oh. I think this is a terrible game. I can't remember where I read that. Australian. Obviously you all know what Predator's about. It says 85 on the back. Again, I don't know. The 85 might just be the fucking year the NES. It's probably not the year of the game. But there's nothing else. There's no other date on the front. But it is Australian. You can see it. This there. But yeah, I'll put some footage up here. But I'm sure. Now I can't remember who told me. It might have been Kev. Might have told me this. Or did I watch another video? I can't recall. And I don't know if it's the same as the 8-bit micro games, which are kind of like hit and miss, weren't they? I think some people liked them. I think they were quite Marmite-ish. Isn't it like some sort of cheat where you can just run across the bottom and keep shooting? Someone was definitely on about Predator. Dave Burstall. Dave Retro Games played badly. Can't think. Right, do one more because I say we're slowly getting through them now. There ain't many left. Right, let's have a look. Hoops. Jelko. I don't know anything about hoops. Another Australian. Obviously, I reckon this is basketball. Hoopla. White men can't jump. We're going sizzlers, we're going sizzlers, we're going sizzlers. Again, it says 85. Fucking hell, I can't read that. Caution, a game pack can only be used with lost Jalco 1989. I think. Getting old. Okay, yeah, 1989 Jalco. Is it Jalco? Jellico? I always say Jelco, as in Jelco. I know some people say Jellico and stuff. We'll put some footage up there, but pound to a penny, I reckon that's got to be basketball. Hoops, Australian. Can't say that is familiar at all. Right, that's it, goons and goonesses. We're done for another video. Now I've got to tidy up, put all this shit back together. We'll see what we can see. I have got a few other things in the pipeline, churning over. So, you know, there'll be at least another one more video. Maybe more. Maybe if, you know, when things, by the time you've watched this, things might have opened up, and we might be back to some sort of sense of normality. But I don't see it. I know people hate my fucking half empty, but I don't subscribe to it. Right. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.